Can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert for Clark.
Washington calls timeout.
And I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
Wizards making a switch here. Andre Bloch, he's checked in for Plumlee. Paul George comes in for Martin. Smith checked in for Ejuan Moore. And John Wall subbed in for Peyton Siva. And Wall kicks over to Bloch. Puts up the baby hook. And George, here we go. Wall passes to George. Into Smith. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
Yeah, but you don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up, though, either.
Feeds the Wall. Back to Smith. The pass to Bloch. There's the killer two-handed slam. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Wizards up 7. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. The second half just about to get going here.
Some fantastic numbers here for Gibson. He's got 14 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
Well, being smart is what it's all about for him, Clark. I mean, he's a decision maker. He's a playmaker. He has to make good decisions. That's what he's doing here so far.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. One guy who's getting it done is Taj Gibson.
Yeah, it's been sheer dominance in the post by him so far, just tearing them up when he gets inside.
And getting it to him is the only hard part. Once he has it, he's automatic.
Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter. George Hill out there with Bellinelli. And it's Barnes in the 3 slot. That's the San Antonio 5. So it's San Antonio now. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. 9 feet out. Here's Duncan. Rebound, Washington. Humphries has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Hill against Moore. Wall dishes to Humphries. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Bellinelli for 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Humphries kicks to George. George double teamed. And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. Wall passes to Plumlee. Rebounded by the Spurs. Splitter's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here's Bellinelli. Tries again. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Splitter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Moore with the bucket.
But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Washington's turnaround last year was in part in how they played on the road.
Yeah, they went from being a joke on the road, a non-factor really in 2013, to one of the better road teams in 2014. As a matter of fact, in the playoffs, they blitzed the Bulls on the road in that first round series.
Good point. And Wall. Here we go now. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
Out to the right wing. Duncan down low. Covered by Humphries. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Tim Duncan.
A big 15-win difference for the Wizards on the road between 2013 and how they ended last year. It really was the catalyst for them getting into the playoffs.
And Wall. Here we go now.
And in the playoffs, you saw how good Washington can be on the road as the Wizards were able to go into Chicago to get the wins in that series as well as take road wins away from Indiana.
And he makes both free throws.
After a 5-year absence from the playoffs, the Wizards were able to get back into the postseason last year. Big step for the franchise.
Now here is Hill. Passes it to Barnes. The three. The second effort. No good from Duncan. Wizards leading by 5. There's the dish to Moore. Outside, George. Wall wide open. And again, Washington no good.
The Wizards certainly turned some heads in their postseason run. A team considered to be an afterthought in the playoffs, but they did as well as any could have hoped for in terms of getting to the second round and pushing the Pacers to 6 games in that round.
Here's Wall, following the basket by Tim Duncan. Wall dishes to Plumlee. Rejected by Duncan. Barnes against Moore. The drive by Hill. Outside, Bellinelli. Rebound by the Wizards. Well, with the Wizards, a good postseason run, taking care of business, beating Chicago in the first round, and then Clark put a scare into the Pacers in the second.
Exactly, Kevin. There was a rumor that some teams were trying to make it where they would face the Wizards in the playoffs, thinking they were weak and an easy opponent. Not sure if those rumors are true, and the Wizards certainly showed they're very formidable and will be good going forward.
Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Nelson comes in for George Hill. And then for Washington, Blotch comes in for Plumlee. And Gordon subbed in for Chris Humphries.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Yeah, that's right. So you push it. That's the best opportunity for points on the break. This lead, I think, is headed north.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Right side, Gordon. Pass to Moore. Back to Gordon. Shot clock at 6. And it's Moore penetrating. All with it. And it's Nelson picking him up. Misses the 3.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
To the inside. Splitter. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Right side, Gordon. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and they'll shoot 2.
Aaron Gordon drafted after just 1 season in Arizona, and he's extremely young for his class. His folks enrolled him in school early because of his size and energy level as a youngster.
And the Wizards making a change here. Smith has checked in. And Bellinelli kicks to Barnes. Nelson left side. Looking for a splitter. He gets it there. Bellinelli with the 3. And that one's good.
Man, what a tough quarter for him. 1 for 6 to this point.
Wall up top. Guarded by Nelson. The jump hook. The shot by Blotch, no good. Spurs trail by 4. Pass to Bellinelli. Right wing. Barnes kicks to Bellinelli. Spurs passing it around. Barnes can't get it to go.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing him.
Now Wall. 10 points for him. Smith kicks to Wall. And stolen by Barnes. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Washington calls timeout.
Well, for Tim Duncan and the Spurs, an incredible legacy of dominance. In his 17 years in the league, the Spurs have never won less than 61% of their games. Not to mention, of course, 5 finals appearances and 4 NBA championships.
A different look now for San Antonio. Taj Gibson's checked in for Splitter. Henry comes in for Matt Barnes. And Gary Neal subbed in for Bellinelli. And then for Washington, Martin comes in for George. And it's Peyton Siva in for John Wall. And the Spurs have done an amazing job, Clark, over the years surrounding Duncan with the right kind of talent.
And Tim Duncan has done a great job leading and making adjustments in his own game. They're a team with great scouting and development of their players. You talk to players who've been there. That's one of the things they rave about, Kevin, is they get the attention for their individual development. And all of their players were not lottery picks. Most of them were mid, late, first-round picks, some second-round guys. And it's just another example of doing it the right way at the highest level.
Now, here is Nelson. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Henry with it. And it's Martin picking him up. And Neal kicks to Robinson. Over to the left wing. 3 on the clock. And the shot is good. Neal's got 7.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup that's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Henry passes to Robinson. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Siva's shot is good.
The three-point shot has been a real weapon for them in the second half.
Yeah, they sure have gotten hot from out there.
Nelson dishes to Henry. 16 feet away. Not enough on that one as it misses. Washington leading now by 5. Here's Siva. It's Martin on the wing. He kicks to Gordon. Smith outside. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Smith's got 14.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Here's Nelson. Rebound Blotch. Right side Martin. He dishes it to Siva. Tipped away. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. San Antonio making a switch here. Collison's out there. To the wing right side. The feed to Gibson.